I got a question about how to create new blocks. So in this video, I'll show you how to do that. Blocks are a very powerful very powerful part of Chisel, but they're a little hard to use, and that's partly on me. I need to make them easier to use. But in the meantime, this is what a block is and how to create it. So here you can see I have a chapter with 2 blocks. Blocks are just a way to cut up your text into different sections to organize it better. You can make a new block by selecting a piece of text and then clicking on the scissors icon, and then that piece of text turns into its own block. You can also press Command-Shift-P to show this command palette, and then if you search for block, you can see you have these options to create a new block before, after, or before current. So if I click before, you can see it'll create a new block before that one. But if I go here again and click after, it'll create a new block after that one. You can also merge blocks together. So let's say you want to merge this block with there and that with the blocks before and after it. You can open the command palette again and choose merge with surrounding blocks, and now they're all the same block. You can also go here on this ellipsis icon, click on it, and you'll get a menu giving you some options. And now if I use merge block up, now this whole thing is one big block. Let me show you some other things you can do with blocks. If you fold, you can fold blocks. So this is a good way to focus on only the parts of the chapter that you're working on. If you fold a block and you click on this pencil to go into read-only mode, the text from the folded blocks won't show up. So, if you're working on, let's say you have a long chapter you're working on, and you decide, oh, I'm not sure if I want to include this part in the chapter, you can just fold that block and then it won't show up. Another thing you can do is you can add a caption to a block. So this is just a way for you to write a little note for yourself. Let's say I just captioned this as second block needs rewrite. And you can see it's got a little note for myself there, second block needs rewrite. If I go into this read-only mode, that note doesn't show up. It is just for myself. Some other things you can do with blocks. So if you click here, you'll see right now the type of this block is Markdown. And that means I can write Markdown in here. So, this is a title. This is some code. And now if I click this pencil, you can see that is all rendered nicely for me as Markdown. But I can also choose a different style. I can choose plain. And then if I click this icon, it just renders it as it is because it's no longer a Markdown block. I can also choose to make it a code block. And now this entire block is being rendered as code. Other things you can do, you can mark a block as reference, and all the reference blocks get collected together. And so if you want to make sure you go back to some piece of text in your chapter, you can mark it as reference. Another thing you can do is you can add a new version to a block. So let's say, so you can see this block is now cleared out. I can write some other text in it. Let's say I write hi there, save it. You can see I have this new icon here. If I click on it, it'll show me the other versions for this block. So I have this hi there version. I also have this other version we were just working on. I can diff this version against the newer one, and you can see the changes between the versions. If I like this version on the right, I can go ahead and click apply, and I go to that version. If I'm happy with this version, I can delete all the other versions, and now this is the only version I have left. So those are some things you can do with blocks. They're a powerful way of organizing your chapter by cutting it up into different sections. Great if you have a lot of text and you need to keep track of what parts of the text you're working on. So thanks for watching.